Hi there everyone and welcome. So today's practice is going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. The idea of today's practice is just to move into our spines a little bit, mobilizing and articulating the joints of the spine. So we're going to open up our upper backs, our shoulders, our chest. So it's great for if you have long periods of time either standing, hunching over, or maybe working behind a desk and sitting behind a computer. So we're just going to start on our mats. When you're ready, you can come seated on your shins. So big toes to touch, knees together, and your sitting bones are just resting in between your heels. Just closing down the eyes, taking a few breaths here. Just preparing your body for some movement. So sitting here on our shins, long back, long spine, active in the core, just to engage the core and tucking the pelvis in slightly to sit tall on your sitting bones. Starting to take some shoulder rotation, so inhaling, shoulders go up, and exhale down the back. Inhale to come up. So shoulder rotations towards the back. 3 more rounds here. Inhale and exhale. You can keep your eyes closed or open. Whatever feels comfortable for you to tune in. One last time this side. Inhale and exhale. Reversing the shoulder rotation. So inhale up and forward exhale. Involving the head and the neck. So just allowing the head and the neck to gently be placed by the articulation of the upper spine. So just as if your neck is flowing with the movement of your shoulders. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, reaching up. And then exhaling over to the right side. So placing the right palm on the mat, reaching the left arm up and over the body just to get that beautiful side stretch. Inhaling into the left ribs and exhale here. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, reaching up, returning center, and exhaling, finding the mat with the left palm this time. Reaching over with the right hand. Lengthen that right side and breathing into the right side ribs. So inhale and exhale. Again, easy neck, allowing the shoulders to release and guiding them away from the ears, and then inhale, returning back to center, allowing the hands to fall to the side, fingertips just slightly brushing the mat. Inhaling here and exhale, dropping the head over to the right shoulder. Keeping that left shoulder nice and long and down, away from the left ear. Really deep stretch into that neck. And slowly starting to guide that head just a bit further down with the guidance of the right hand. And then inhale here, center, exhale over to the left side. Again, dropping that right shoulder this time, so we can stretch nicely into the right side of the neck. Inhaling and exhaling. The next inhale coming to center. We're going to slowly just open the chest. So inhale here, reaching the chest forward, reaching the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, reaching those shoulders forward, doming and rounding the spine. allowing the head to follow the movement, so tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale, rolling that spine, articulating the vertebrae, opening the chest, a slight arch in the back, and then exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone, letting the chin fall to the chest. 2 more rounds like this. Inhale here. So a variation of cat-cow. This would be your cow. And then exhale, rounding, doming the spine, chin to chest, cat. 1 last time. Inhale. And exhale, round the spine. Inhale, center, reaching the chest forward and up. Head slightly back. And then exhale all the way, bringing the forehead to the mat. Inhale, rolling and uncurling the spine, 1 vertebra at a time, to bring the torso upright. Head is the last thing to come up. And then exhaling all the way down. We'll do 3 more rounds like this. So inhale, all the way up. And exhale, down. Almost as if your spine is like seaweed flowing in the water. So inhale, really gentle, really easy. No tension in the neck, the head, or the spine. And last time, inhale, navel to spine, rolling through the vertebra. And lastly, the head comes to stuck on the spine. Splitting the knees, toes to touch. So knees can either be mat width apart rather, or even wider, whatever's comfortable for you. So inhaling here and then exhale, crawling the fingertips forward, melting the chest and the forehead to the mat, to come to our child's pose. So child's pose, we're really thinking of reaching the fingertips forward, keeping the shoulders down the spine, so away from the ears. So really rooting them into those sockets, and then melting the pelvis and the sitting bones towards the heels. Head is nicely relaxed on the mat. Our next inhale, coming slightly up to the fingertips, taking the right hand and weaving it underneath the left armpit. Resting that right shoulder and arm on the floor, and then finally resting your right cheek to meet the mat. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhale, reaching the left arm up, and then just crossing that left arm over just to rest on the lower spine. So allowing that left arm to rest on the back in the most relaxed position possibly can. A nice gentle twist here just to open up the spine, open up the shoulders, and release the neck. Your next inhale, rooting the left palm to the floor, pushing yourself back up to center, and then going on to the other side. So weaving or threading the needle, so left arm under right armpit this time, placing the shoulder and the arm onto the mat, and then finally the left cheek meets the mat. Again, taking the same variation, so inhaling the right arm up, and exhale, just dropping that right arm over the lower part of the spine. Relaxing the shoulder, allowing to roll forward, relaxing the arm. So this is a threading the needle variation in baby's or child's pose. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhaling, coming back to center, so pressing yourself back up onto the right palm. Joining the knees, so knees come together, and we just come and crawl ourselves up to a tabletop position. So splitting the knees hip width apart, hips are stacked on top of knees, so creating a nice 90-degree angle with the legs. Toes can be tucked, and then stacking the shoulders over the wrists to create a nice box shape with the body. So 4-point kneeling, or otherwise known as tabletop. So really still active in the navel, engaging that core as not to allow your lower back to relax. So we're wanting that flat spine, a slight tuck of the tailbone, reaching the sitting bones down. We inhale here and we take some cat-cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly, reaching the sitting bones to the ceiling, shining the chest forward, gazing forward, then exhale, rounding the spine, rounding the back, articulating the vertebra, gaze towards the navel, chin tucked into the chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So tucking our toes and really pressing into those toes to get just a little bit more activation into these two postures. So we'll take 2 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Last round. Inhale here and exhale. Beautiful. Coming back onto our shins, bringing those knees together, toes to touch, and sitting back onto our heels. Inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, twisting over, bringing right hand to the outside of left thigh or left knee, left fingertips coming towards the back of the mat. And then inhaling and exhaling, twisting that spine around and trying to gaze over that left shoulder. Again, I want you to open up the chest, so concentrate not to round the spine or let the shoulder fall inwards. You're really rolling that shoulder up and back to open the spine and open the chest. And then returning to center, onto the other side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twisting over, left hand coming to the outside of right thigh or knee, right fingertips towards the back of the mat. Inhale here, exhale, roll that right shoulder up and back, and try to gaze over that right shoulder towards the back of the mat. Inhaling, opening the chest, exhale. And then inhaling, returning back to center. One last time, just to open up the chest. So bringing the fingertips towards the back, fingertips pointing towards your feet. We inhale here, reaching the chest open, rolling those shoulders back, so almost as if you gently squeezing a grape between your shoulder blades. So just a gentle squeeze, not too much tension there. We don't want to pinch into a nerve. So just drawing those shoulder blades towards each other to open up the front of the chest. There'll be a slight arch in your back, and that's fine, but just to keep that integrity in your back. Don't actively push the sitting bones back. It's really just reaching over the chest. So inhale here, and then if it's accessible to you or comfortable for your neck, you can gently start to drop the neck backwards, opening the front of the throat, really allowing your head to hang heavy, shoulders out the ears. And you're gently resting on your fingertips. Returning back to center, tucking in the chin. And slowly returning the torso back to a neutral spine. Last little stretch just to open up the front side of the body. So coming to a cobra position. So coming all the way down to the belly on your mat. Big toes to touch, active in the legs. So really engaging the legs. Hands coming underneath the shoulders, fingertips facing forwards. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhale, drawing the head and the neck and then the top of the chest up and off the mat. You can stay here in low cobra. The elbows are in towards the waist, pointing backwards. And if you find it accessible, you come into full cobra, so pressing into those hands, maybe splitting the feet just slightly, almost as if they're mat width apart, and then coming onto those hands, keeping a gentle micro bend to the elbows, not to lock into the elbows. But wherever you find yourself, whether you're here, or all the way up, just opening the chest, so rolling the shoulders up and back. One last inhale and exhale down to the mat. We'll do that one last time. So inhale, head, neck, chest lifting up off the mat. Coming to a full range of motion, movement, wherever that may be for you. Everyone's individual. And honoring your flexibility and your limitations. Inhaling here and then exhaling all the way down. Beautiful. Your next inhale, pressing yourself up. Big toes to touch, splitting the knees. And then coming again to that restful child's pose. So melting the sitting bones to the heels, forehead to mat. Just taking a moment. Breathing here. And then when you are ready, you can slowly start crawling the fingertips beside you, bringing the torso up. As always, head is the last thing to stack on top of the spine. And hopefully your back is feeling a little bit more mobilized, your chest is feeling a little bit more open. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day.